bulk or cut? This is a very important topic, and our first thing we're going to talk about is skinny fat people.
Yeah, the reason why is because a lot of people are skinny fat. They don't know whether they should cut or bulk, or whether to just maintain. And really, it's real simple. It's eating your carbs, your protein, your macronutrients, and keeping it at a surplus. Because if you're skinny fat, you're around 15 to 16, maybe even 17% body fat, maybe 13 or 14 as well too. But when you're around that body fat, you don't. And I'm talking about the ones with not that much muscle. This is more of a beginner's tips, if you want to call it that. And usually when you don't have that much muscle, it's kind of harder to look lean, as well as when you go on a long bulk for about a year and then you cut, it's more effective that way, and you see it's easier to cut.
That's true. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is bulking. All right, so bulking is a very important thing. Bulking is basically having a surplus of calories. For me, since I'm an ectomorph, I eat around 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day, and the reason I try to do this is because I'm trying to gain at least a pound a week, and people do even higher. But I'm trying to maintain my abs while I bulk, so that's what I do.
Yeah, and don't get too fat, guys. I made that mistake when I first started bulking.
You were a fat fuck.
Yeah,
you were a fat fuck.
As well as when I cut, I made a mistake as well. We're going to get into cutting in just a second. But when you bulk, especially when you're skinny fat, I would suggest going on a long-term lean bulk. Some people dirty bulk maybe because they're hard gainers, or they really can't put on as much muscle as some people. But I would recommend a lean bulk, like lean foods, like whole wheat bread, lean chicken, lean beef, lamb, whatever's lean protein, and you try to incorporate that. For example, I'm more bulking right now, as well as maintaining my weight. It's the lean bulk. I'm going 2,900 to 3,000 calories, about 300 carbs, 80 grams of fat, and 185 grams of protein, and I'm about 165 pounds now. You got anything else to say?
Well, Alec, I have a question for you. All right, so why do you consume 185 grams of protein when you're only 160 pounds?
Well, I feel that it's important to have an excess amount of protein. We'll get into that to another video because it's more glutamine and stuff like that. But we'll get into that into another video. What's next?
Wait, hold on. I got another thing to say. All right, so me and Alec do a couple things different. See, I consume about the same amount of calories as Alec, but the thing I do different is I consume about 145 grams of protein, and I weigh about 140.
Yeah, because you're 20 pounds less than me.
Yeah, but I also don't consume way over my protein. I think it's just excessive. You don't really need that much amount of protein. I think you need to at least amount your weight in protein.
Yeah, well, it's about a pound.
I'm a lot more leaner than Alec, as you can see.
It's about a pound. It's about a pound per body weight. So let's get back into bulking. I don't really recommend dirty bulk, but if you don't care about getting fat, if you really don't give a shit, dirty bulking is probably the best way to build a lot of muscle because you are on a surplus of everything. So your muscles are getting all the nutrients, and just make sure you're having your vitamins and all your macronutrients, and make sure to incorporate some cardio if you're dirty bulking as well. You don't want to get really too fat. So now we get into cutting. You never really cut before, did you?
I never had to cut, bro.
I guess cutting.
Well, for wrestling, I had that.
Yeah, well. Yeah, but that's different.
I was 106 pounds at one time.
When you're bodybuilding, you're trying to maintain. You don't want to, when you're cutting, you don't want to lose too much muscle, and that's the mistake that I did when I first started cutting. I went on 0 carbs, literally a carb deficiency of 0. All right, I would feel like shit, and my strength just went down like every day. You don't want to do that. If you really want to lose weight, but maintain your muscle and maintain the weights that you're doing in the gym, I would suggest eating as much carbs as you can possibly eat, as in like let's say, depends on the person. For me, example, when I was cutting, I would eat like 200 grams of carbs. It would depend on the person. Whatever you feel like you're losing weight, about a pound a week or half a pound, maybe even 1.5 pounds a week. It depends on a person. You just have to experiment with the numbers.
Yeah, don't eat too much carbs. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get fat. You just want to make sure you're losing weight. So eat a good amount of carbs so that you're losing weight, but you still can maintain the same weight you were before.
Because keep in mind, carbs are your body's primary energy use, right? So when you eat carbs, you go to the gym using the carbs that you ate for pushing the weight, and that's about it for cutting. It's real simple.
One more thing for cutting.
What?
See, you always cut me off. I'm just trying to talk, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so, one more thing. Alright, when you're cutting, no matter what, you're gonna drop a little bit of weight. You're not gonna, when you're bulking, you're always gonna gain weight, you're gonna get gains and gains. But for cutting, it's a little different. You're gonna see the gains, but you're not gonna really increase in weight. You're gonna either maintain or you're gonna go down in weight.
Well, it depends if you're a beginner or not. Because we're technically beginners. We've been working out for what, a year? So, we're still beginners, and we're just going off from personal experience that we've done. So, cutting, I would recommend going a long lean bulk, all right, 9 months to maybe a year, because it will be worth it. When you're done, you're not going to be too fat. You'll be maintaining weight. I mean, a lean bulk, like 3,000 calories, all right? And then you cut down. You cut down in about 2 months. You do what I just said. You limit your carbs, high protein, hit in some cardio, and you should be good. And that's about it, right? I mean, we covered everything. Again, just to summarize, if you're skinny fat, going a long lean bulk, whole wheat bread, lean protein and whatnot, and dirty bulking is very, it works, but you get very fat from it. And cutting, just make sure you're eating your right nutrients and you're not losing too much, weight. Oh, one more thing, frequency, right? When you're cutting, you're gonna want to keep in the low rep range. The reason why is because you want your muscles to just, to keep the muscle, let's say you're doing 80-pound dumbbells, right? You want to be trying to keep doing 80-pound dumbbells, 6 to 8 reps, just so your muscles, you don't want to lose your muscles for no reason. You want your muscles to keep working and building muscle.
That's true. I agree.
Yeah. All right, so that's about it, guys.
Like our shit.
Yeah, like
Stop fucking around.
All right, so if you guys like the video, go ahead and subscribe. More shit coming out, and peace.